U was a strange one. I love the system during its life, but looking back on it, the Switch is everything the Wii U tried to be, except successful at it. The Wii U didn't get new games very often, but when it did, I played the hell out of this thing. It had plenty of great games, but its gimmick was hard to explain and incredibly underutilized. Not to mention that it had some of the worst marketing I've ever seen. Like, these annoying kids are just trying to convince their parents to buy them a Wii U. I thought it was cringy even when I was young enough to be in this demographic. Does 15 count as young enough to beg your parents to buy you video games? Probably. The Wii U as a console had plenty of shortcomings, but it was hard to deny that it had some great games on it. Let's take a look at some of my favorites. The only real rule for this list is that I had to have played it on Wii U first. So Captain Toad and Breath of the Wild are immediately disqualified. I also, very obviously, haven't played every Wii U game. These are just the games that I ended up liking the most. Well, the boring stuff's out of the way, let's get into this. The Wii U had a rocky launch, and, well, life, but that's beside the point. I got the system a month after it came out, with not much to show for it. I had Nintendo Land, Scribblenauts Unlimited, and Assassin's Creed 3. None of which I ended up caring about, so this thing mostly collected dust. I mainly used it to play Wii games. Then Pikmin 3 comes out, and I finally have something to play on this console. How long did it take for the Switch to get something worthwhile on it? 1 day? Huh. I had never played a Pikmin game before, but I really needed something to play on my Wii U. I'd always wanted to play Pikmin, and I ended up really enjoying it. Commanding an army of plant aliens to do your bidding is surprisingly fun. You can even separate everything up into 3 groups, and all of a sudden you're micromanaging every little thing at once, and you start to question why you can't be this productive in real life. My favorite type of Pikmin was easily winged Pikmin. They have slower carry speeds, they can fly over stuff, so they're actually faster on average than their inferior wingless brethren. Wing and red Pikmin could probably become the dominant species on the planet if they existed. I still haven't played the other Pikmin games though. Maybe I should get on that pretty soon. Hey, let's make a Pokemon fighting game. Sounds good. Sounds real good. Pokmon Tournament is what happens when you let the Tekken devs make a Pokemon game. And it's glorious. Like, this game is so damn fun. Feels so good to attack and swap the playing field from 2D to 3D, it's so good. And look at these super moves, they feel like they were ripped straight from an anime. You can even play as all your favorite Pokemons like Pikachu, Blaziken, Lucario, Mewtwo, Braixen, Pikachu, Gardevoir, Gengar, Mewtwo, Sceptile, and Weavile, who is clearly the best character. I just love how they gave each character their own distinct personality without making them speak. Gengar's creepy, Gardevoir's elegant, Weavile's sassy, and Braixen is a kawaii anime witch girl. I didn't know I needed this. The game even has a story mode. That sucks. You play against some piss-easy AI for a few hours and listen to some of the worst voice acting I've ever heard in a video game. This acting isn't even so bad as good. It's just bad.
This is the Farum region, where we are now. It's a huge island surrounded by nothing but the ocean itself. Farum battles are super popular here, if you hadn't already guessed.
The fight against Shadow Mewtwo is fantastic though, and worth playing through it at least once just for this fight. I would have played this game for way longer, but people just kinda gave up on it after like a month. Hell, I only know 2 people who even have this game. Y'all need to play Pokemon. It has a stage where Magikarps flop around all over the place. You uncultured swine-ubs. I didn't really care for the first Bayonetta that much, but I actually really enjoyed the second game. The combat felt a bit more fluid, the level structure and pacing was better, and the story actually made sense. Usually. What's up with all these weird time travel shenanigans? Also, I think that the sequel leads into the first game, and now that you mention it, the first game had some time travel too. You know what? I stopped caring about the story a long time ago. This is a game about a witch who fights with her hair, who cares anymore? This game starts out strong too. Fighting a bunch of angels on top of fighter jets, and one of your summons goes crazy and tries to kill you, and John gets her soul taken, and you have to go to hell to get it back. God damn. There's so many levels on par with some games' finales. Bayonetta 2's finale is a little lackluster though. The first game had this huge multi-phase final boss, but with this one, I didn't even realize I was fighting the final boss until the credits rolled. Oh, and did I mention that this is a Nintendo game? They say the F word like 8 times in the opening cutscene. In a Nintendo game. Oh, how the times have changed. Fire Emblem is getting a crossover with Shin Megami Tensei? The series about slaying demons in the apocalypse combined with medieval fantasy war. Sign me up. This sounds nothing short of badass. What the hell happened? So, when making a crossover between Fire Emblem and SMT, they thought Japanese pop stars and just went with it. Why does this work as well as it does? Like, this is the furthest thing from either of these games, and it's amazing. Like, what? Tokyo Mirage Sessions, #FE. It's actually show up, which is a music thing, but anyway. This game is basically about Japanese pop stars who fuse with the ghosts of Fire Emblem characters to fight demons in another dimension, and that's a sentence I never thought I'd have to say. You got some edgy redesigns, too. Come on, lighten up, man. You're finally in Smash Brothers. I love this game a lot. Like, dude, the tank character is an 11-year-old girl. More people need to play this game. Can we get a Switch port of this game with an actual dub instead of subtitles? Tiki in this game is this war's equivalent to Hatsune Miku. You can't make this up. Wait, she calls you Senpai? Oh, and her biggest fan is someone named... Tiki is my waifu. Like, the kid one, not the adult one? My love transcends gender and dimension. Take it all back, this game's terrible. Oh boy, time to talk about Hyrule Warriors again. And yes, footage from the Switch version, deal with it. This game is what happens when you take Zelda and Dynasty Warriors and just put them in a blender. It's like chocolate and peanut butter. They go so well together, it's wonderful. This game is the weird-ass Legend of Zelda power fantasy I didn't know I needed. I can play as Link, Impa, Tingle, Skull Kid, and even Agatha. Look at all these enemies. Tremble before my power, mortals. Oh god. I'm having a little too much fun with this one. Then you delve into the adventure maps and realize this game has so much goddamn content it makes you have a panic attack from excitement. And it's all wrapped up in a story that crosses the confusing timelines and borders on fanfiction. God, this game is fantastic. We may not have a new Zelda game exclusive to Wii U, but this is close enough. I didn't really talk about this one, but I already made a review of this game. I feel like I'm just repeating myself at this point. You know, this new Super Mario Bros. Game doesn't really feel new. I need something that feels original. I am open to suggestions at this point. Oh yeah, here we go. Remember when Rayman Legends was going to be a Wii U exclusive? So do I. Still bought it on Wii U though. Legends took everything great about Origins and pumped it up to 12. Level design's more refined, level requirements are so lenient you can pretty much do the worlds in any order you want. And the music levels, oh, the music levels. You essentially put into an auto-runner / rhythm level, or the music are actual songs. Mariachi Eye of the Tiger is truly something magical. And then there's a post-game where they go crazy with After Effects and throw stuff like this at you. What in the goddamn am I even looking at? It does feel a bit too similar to Rayman Origins, but the level design is so good that it feels completely unique to its predecessor. Like, the swimming levels have been turned into stealth sections, and there was even a mariachi food land where you turn into chickens at one point. Did the Rayman devs siphon all the creativity out of the rest of Ubisoft to come up with this stuff? Where was all this creativity when they were pumping out Assassin's Creed sequels? Rayman Legends is easily the best Rayman game, and by far the best platformer on Wii U in my opinion. You outdid Nintendo, Ubisoft. Good on ya. Please make another one. I have an unspoken rule for countdowns. I like to keep things to one per franchise, keep the entries diverse. Or it's the fun of just talking about the same game all the time. But screw that noise. Wind Waker HD, baby. One of my favorite games ever, in HD, and a faster sail, and a streamlined Triforce quest, and it looks this pretty? Whoo boy, I'm practically foaming at the mouth right now. We didn't get an original mainline Zelda game on Wii U, but we did get 2 remasters, and Wind Waker HD is the definitive version of one of my favorite games, so I'll gladly take this. The only bad thing about this version is that they took out the Tingle Tuner in favor of this weird-ass Miiverse bottle. What you say? You are really doing yourself a disservice if you own a Wii U and haven't played Wind Waker. It's so damn good, from the sailing to the dungeons to the art style to the music. Oh my god, it's so good. Honestly, Wind Waker is my favorite game on here, but it feels weird to put a remake at the top spot. Unless it's Vita, that thing had like 3 other games. And I have one. This game has a talking boat. What's not to love? What? Squids? Shooting at each other? What? This is dumb.
1 hour later.
This is brilliant. Splatoon was a game that no one was expecting, no one asked for, and no one knew they needed. Excuse me, Nintendo, you got color in my shooter. And some thought this is better. Carry on. Splatoon has always been so much fun to play. From hiding in your team's ink to move faster, even climb up walls, to super jumping to other teammates. This whole squid thing is actually pretty damn fun. The game is lacking in the content department at launch, but it got a ton more maps, weapons, and modes from free updates. By the end of its life, Splatoon had plenty of content to splat your friends with. It did have some shortcomings like not being able to swap gear in between matches, no party system, just crappy servers in general, but this game was still a blast in its heyday. Although I do have to bring this down a spot, because people don't play this game anymore. It has a single player campaign that is fun, but the multiplayer is the main attraction. The multiplayer in Splatoon 1 is completely dead. Everyone's moved on to Splatoon 2 at this point. And that's an issue with multiplayer games. Eventually, people just move on to something else. But hey, I had a lot of fun with the first Splatoon. Its sequel may have replaced it, but the first game was the start of one of my favorite series in recent years. Splatoon 2 still doesn't have parties though. We're stuck on a different planet, a lot more than we can manage. We gotta keep on slamming. Oh, sorry guys, just jamming out to Black Tar. Why does everyone hate this soundtrack? I'll be the first to admit that Xenoblade Chronicles X is probably the weakest game in the series. But does that make it bad? Hell no. When the worst game in the series is this good, you've made an amazing series. So, the human race is hunted by aliens near extinction, and the last colony crash lands onto an alien planet they know nothing about. What could go wrong? Everything. Aliens are mirror and incredibly hostile and dangerous, and it's a good thing that you're great at killing things, or else this game would have ended pretty quickly. This game is pretty much an open-world action RPG where the human race fights for survival on an alien planet, complete with an ominous countdown percentage that slowly ticks down as you progress through the main quest. The exploration is easily the best part about Xenoblade X. These areas are super imaginative, and it's really fun to just see every inch of this place. Sure, the later areas will beat you to a pulp if you're under-leveled, but if you want to run around Cauldros early on, be my guest. Soundtrack is the awesome Xenoblade Norm as well. X's soundtrack is probably the weakest in the series, but it's still really damn good. I'm not sure why so many people seem to hate it. Maybe I'm just a weirdo that likes the new LA theme. Uncontrollable is better than You Will Know Names. Feel free to trample that dislike button. It does take like 30 hours to get the giant mech on the cover, but when you finally do, it feels so damn good. And when you later get the ability to fly and get to hear the best song in the game, god damn. The main character has no significance to the plot other than they're really good at killing things, but who cares. Still had an amazing time, Xenoblade X. Put it on Switch, please. And for the love of God, resolve the cliffhanger ending. Sequel, DLC, extra missions in a deluxe version, I don't care. Just don't end the game on a cliffhanger and leave it sit for 3+ years. I already had 3 existential crises from this game. I want you guys to give me another one. Just waiting for Smash Bros. For 3DS and Wii U was an experience. I didn't think it was possible to be this excited for a game. Like, dude, we got Mega Man, Rosalina, Robin, Greninja, and freaking Shulk as playable characters. I needed this game yesterday. Yeah, I knew who Shulk was before Smash. Sue me. I'm suing you. No, you're not, Kevin. Fine, I'll just sue you in spirit. Then the game came out, and it was basically everything I'd ever hoped for. The core Smash gameplay has been refined to a ridiculous degree, and it felt like this perfect balance between melee and brawl in terms of speed. Single player content was kind of lacking and the online wasn't perfect, but this core gameplay was so damn fun, I always came back for more. They took out the rotating menus, this game sucks. Kevin? Actually, you have a point, 0 out of 10. The hype train didn't stop at release, oh no. The DLC hype train was just beginning. Mewtwo? Alright, nice. Lucas? Oh my god, my main from Brawl is back. Bless you, Daddy Sakurai. Roy's back too? Awesome. Wii U? What? Okay. Wait, Wii U available right now? You just revealed them! Well, looks like data miners leaked them, and that's not happening again. Cloud? What? He's never even been on a Nintendo system. Who's next, Bayonetta? Oh, you sneaky son of a bitch. The climax of Smash announcements? Oh, the protagonist of Fire Emblem Fates? Alright. Oh my god, they're so good. I never did pick up Wii U Cloud, but this game was such a blast that I never felt left out just because of how much I enjoyed it. This game even brought back GameCube controllers, man. I just love Smash Brothers. And we're getting a new game this year on Switch, which is the only game I'm really looking forward to right now. Granted, Smash Ultimate will likely completely trump Smash Wii U in, like, every single way, but we couldn't have gotten to that point without Smash Wii U. Once Smash Ultimate comes out, Wii U will be officially dead. But hey, Smash Wii U was amazing. Let's leave it at that. The Wii U was essentially the modern-day Dreamcast. Ahead of its time in some aspects, and had an awesome game library, but it sold so poorly, it basically made the company restructure itself in one way or another. The console may have been a commercial failure, but it's because of these mistakes that we have it so good with Switch right now. 6 of the 10 games on here have either been ported to Switch or gotten an improved sequel. So if you missed out on Wii U, you're not really missing much. This has been Flame Guy, and I somehow managed to talk about the best games on a Nintendo console without mentioning Mario. This feels weird. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you all next mission. Where was Breath of the Wild? I have it on Switch, Kevin!